Alright everybody, welcome to Season 2 of Gt4 Sunday Night League Baroos. We are at round 1 at MISANO. So welcome everybody back. Obviously there's some new characters that we've got to join the league, and it is looking like a packed field tonight. We have 22 runners so far, so that is a brilliant start to the season. Hopefully it all continues on. It looks like Stu's in there. He made it, even though his power's fallen out. So you will notice I don't have my commentary partner. Let's get it out of the way. It was quite an often spiteful breakup. WA, you know, long distance relationships just don't work. So EXO has decided to have a go at racing. Be very interesting to see how he goes. Currently sitting in 13th. Now, without even having a look, I would suggest that there's a lot of black in his car, because EXO's colour wheel is black, black, black and black, and maybe a little bit of green. Let's see. And what do you know? He's got black and green. But mind you though, in one other league that he does race during the week, he does have a yellow car. EXO to PNL? Maybe. But let's concentrate on the last minute of the pre-practice session here. So we're currently on board with EXO, obviously. Knox Parker currently doing a 142, so he's got quite a handy little lead there over second place with someone awesome. But let's go to a couple of the usual suspects. So best dressed car last year was Rocky NZ. Now he has changed manufacturers, it looks like. He's gone from the AMG to the Camaro, so let's have a look. It's not bad, but it's no Mercedes. He's still rocking the same colour scheme though, so that's okay. I'll give him respect for that. So we'll see what who else? Let's see, where else have we got? And Lloyd was there. Oh, there he is down. Not used to going down there for him. Good to see he really pushed himself on the colour scheme this year and is rocking exactly the same colours. But not a bad thing. And Adge. I think Adge was in an Aston maybe last year. I could be wrong. But Adge is, whoa, just turning it on there for the fans in the final turn. Turn 16. That's a little bit special. Put it back in the pack there. But we've got a couple of TTs up there from last year. We've got old Naked Blade. He's new. Nastoza, he's not new, but didn't see it too much due to, I would say, other commitments. We've got the Snakes back. We've got the usual suspects in Gaza and Cobb and Ant. Got Ghost. He must be new. Yeah, we go down the list. There's a who's who. So I'm pretty excited for this season if we're keeping 22. We will have some new graphics for next week. Or, well, it won't be, maybe not next week. I'll wait till read what Stu does. Because next week is Mother's Day. So we will see what happens there. But as we go into qualifying, we're now off into qualifying. So it'll be an interesting little circuit, and certainly for the GT4 cars. The GT cars generally, when we're there at MISANO, they love the mix of the straights and the corners. And I suppose it's a very fine balance. So the secret here is to keep up your mid-corner speed. And you know, you've got to have a fair bit of confidence in your vehicle. So if you've got the car sort of set up reasonably well, and get some mid-corner drive. So it's all about momentum here, and braking into some of these high brake areas. I'm carving it up by myself. Smooth cornering, and it's all about momentum, so got to keep it going. It is a bit weird without the dirty Mexican from WA, but that's okay, we will get better at it. So MISANO is a 4.226 kilometre circuit, made up of 16 corners, the slowest corner being the hairpin after the back straight, which is roughly about 65 kilometres an hour. So even turns 4 and 5, they reckon you're going through there at about 70, 75. So we will see what happens. But we are currently on board with Adge. Now you will notice a bit of a difference, and I'm going to try and stay in this view for the continuity of the broadcast. I've obviously watched one or two guys that are 3 million times better than me at this. So I'm going to try and improve my game as we go. But yeah, so we're going to try and keep in this view. I've got the names above there, so hopefully that adds a little something. Again, as always, if you think something that I'm doing isn't quite working, or you've got a difference of opinion, let me know. But Adge is just coming around right now to start his first hot lap. So let's see how Adge goes. Got to hang out nice and wide, generally down to about third gear coming through here, through turns 1 and 2. Accelerating hard out of 3. And this little series of corners, commonly referred to as Rio, is very much rhythmic. So let it drift wide off the power, then back on. Then you want to open up the throttle to get your run down the short straight here. You can't go too wide there because the track limits are brutal. So we saw 142s were what was on the jam. So we've just come into turn 8 as we go through. So he's looking pretty tidy here. Like there's the car looks pretty settled. Maybe outbraked himself just a little going into 9 and 10, which is sort of tricky because 10 really closes out. So you can get caught out with understeer. Yeah. Now this isn't really a corner, even though they call it turn 11. And here's as we go into 12-13 here, drifting wide. Oh, hopefully that's still valid. I think it will be into the slowest corner, turn 14. So he's 2 corners from home here, and you just want to keep this thing pinned. Could have run a little bit wider there. You can use a fair bit of the ripple there, and the same here on exit. And beautifully done. So let's see where this throws Adge. Okay, fifth spot. So he's churned out a 144 somewhere. 144.3, I would say, at a guesstimate. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, Adge, 144.3, there you go. So at the moment, Brett won, obviously P&L royalty, for those that remember, currently coming out of the pits. We might flip through and have a look at everybody's paint jobs. So there's someone awesome. He has gone across to the Aston. Now that does look pretty good. Obviously it's one I would suggest that is pre-arranged. Nestoza in the Ginetta. Now that is not a bad livery at all. I'm digging that. Now Cobb McCool, still in the yellow, but not in a McLaren. Something must have happened with that relationship. Maverick currently in 5th. One of the newcomers, the Naked Blade, the Blade Runner, currently in 6th spot, just under a second away. Bounty, who does look after all our scoring needs, and will be featuring his tables as we go through and we run some graphics. So let's see if Bounty can improve on this lap. Let's see, and no, he cannot. That's alright. Got Edge in 10th, classical, oh whoop, oh, TT snuck in there, so TT, classical look, like it. Exo, what the heck, he'd be having a nosebleed right now, only being 1.2 off the leaders, but it's a fairly tight field, but we've got some, okay, so it looks like we're down to 20 runners now, so it looks like we've lost a couple of people. Just make sure that's no one that is trying to tell me something's not working. No, that's alright. There's Adge, we've stayed on with him. Ambark coming back back in the McLaren. Right, there's Rocky NZ. New runner Akeo, we just call him Mac, either or. Obviously running for BHR, so he got chipped out of that. Running wide there at the end of that, he should be able to teleport back and get back out of the pits pretty quickly and get a lap in. Still down to the final 3 minutes, just under. Add too many. Still cranking round. One of the, I believe he'll be the only Audi in tonight, but he's just pulled off to the side. Agmatif, the Carpet Snake, yet to set a lap. Hopefully this is it. Let's just stay on board and see what the Snake can do. And he's at least got a time on the board, and it's only good for 17. So you can safely say he's most probably out of position at the moment. But we've got Colin in one of a couple of the Alpines. And then we did that, and then we got Saint Sim. Another guy that really reaches into the colour universe, and Saint usually has orange and blue, or blue and orange. Really has an extensive colour wheel when it comes to his car colours. Consistent driver will be interesting. Let's see, coming into turn 16, see what he can lay down. Hopefully it wasn't an outlap. See where we can throw himself. And he's up into 17, so a little bit off pace, a bit unusual for Saint Sim. Usually more flirting with the top 10. But we'll see, so that's alright. So we currently don't have, it looks like Stu may have dropped out. So currently back with our current pole sitter at the moment, Knox, as he comes through 141.9. See if he's going to improve on that. It does not improve, so just have a look at some of the cars. So car 97, or is it car 777, might just make it round for one more lap. So Brett Watt may get one more lap in, but I would say he will be the last car in quali, which means he will have a shot at taking pole position off Knox. He will be the last car, I would say, unless it's going to be a photo. Oh, 67's not going to make it, so it will be Knox getting catching up to a bit of traffic. There would be a bit of a speed difference there. Naked Blade currently in second. Knox pulling out of his lap. So let's jump on board with someone awesome. Currently on a lap. He is coming up to some traffic. Let's see. Should be alright though. Shouldn't slow him down too much. He's got him at a good time coming down the back straight. So this will be fantastic for him. Hopefully he'll be able to pull out and make a move up the inside. You can see Brett White, Colin got out of the way for him, thanks very much, or ran wide. Here we are coming into the slowest turn. I don't know, I think that's, yep, that has compromised his lap. And Brett White has done the same thing. Shenanigans. So, race one, quali session of season 2, race 1. The first pole position of the season goes to Knox Parker with 1:41.9, and I don't know why I went to that screen, but that's alright. Bit of rust. Whoops, nearly quit. Not a good idea either. Big fella's on fire. So, Knox Parker, congratulations. First pole position of the season with a Mercedes front row lockout with Naked Blade coming in, sneaking in for pole. Someone awesome, just missing by 8/100ths. Brady Want in 4th, Nastoza 5th. Bounty would be stoked with that 6th. TT, I think, would be looking, he'd be meh with it. I think he'd be like to be a bit further up. Gazza in 8th. Cobb McCool must be loving the Merc. He's currently in 9th. And then the Ghost, who you're going to call, rounds out the top 10. Most probably a couple of surprises there is Maverick, Carpet Snake are out. How that Gibra got to 13th, anybody's thing, but great effort, I suppose. Alright, now we're into the race, so it's a 1 hour race. There is, from memory, there will be one compulsory stop for tyres. So it will be a 30-second spot, 30-second stop, I believe I meant to say. And so no advantage in fueling all the way up. So there's some interesting tracks what we're covering off in this couple of minutes. So we start off at MISANO, and then round 2, so whether that's next week or the week after, I don't know. We have a personal favourite track of mine is Laguna Seca. Then we're off to Imola in round 3, which will be a sprint round, comprised of 2 30-minute races, and there'll be 2 separate 10-minute qualies for that round. Then we're off to round 4, will be at Zandvoort. Now that will be a wet race. What can go wrong there? And then rounds 5 and 6 are going to be variable weather rounds. Round 5 will be at Brands Hatch. There's going to be obviously one compulsory stop there, and then round 6 will be at the Red Bull Ring. Now obviously one compulsory stop, but if you don't have the DLC, you'll need to have the DLC by round 6 if you want to go racing at the ring. And then we're finishing off in round 7 at the Hungaro Ring. So it's a bit of double ring action to end off the season in round 6s and 7. And the Hungaro Ring will be our Enduro round, which is an hour and 30 minutes and 2 compulsory stops. So that's how the season will look. A couple of different tracks that we haven't been to for a while, like Laguna Seca. I know we go to Imola, but yeah, there's Zandvoort, the Red Bull Ring. Love the Hungaro Ring. I think it's a good track. It always produces close racing. And hey, who doesn't love racing down into turn 1 at the Hungaro Ring? Nothing ever goes wrong there, I say. But we're at the Marco Simoncelli MISANO. So 30 seconds before the race gets going for these guys now. So they will have loaded up their strategies for the night.
20 seconds.
And hopefully got it all sorted. So the good thing is that MISANO tyre wear shouldn't be too bad. It is a reasonably smooth circuit. There's really not any what do you call them, elevation changes. Maybe turns 8 and 10 are about as bad as they get. But there are some technical corners in there, and we can go through, like, 4 and 5. It's quite a technical little part of the circuit, where you got to get, it's very rhythmic as you go through here. Turns 4 and 5. I think turn 10 can get technical if you get on too early. It's easy to get excited to try and get a big run down the back straight. Got a couple of cars that teleported to the pits, so they mustn't have readied up in time. Or they have, oh no, they're boys that have just logged back in. So we got Android. Oh no, somebody just dropped out, or don't know what happened then. So we've got Android and Stu that'll be starting from pit lane. Now, if it's like any other GT4 race that I had the pleasure of commentating with my old mate for season 1, that is not a disadvantage. You will be able to come rifling through the field. So we'll start on the new guy for the start of the race. That should give us a little bit of a view, hopefully, of what's going on. But we will go from there. Again, just trying to keep everything consistent for everybody. So, sprint round, it'll be interesting whether somebody's put in a couple of extra laps worth of fuel to see if they can just run past that 30-minute mark, the halfway mark, which will obviously always prove very, very popular. Now as we come through these final 2 turns, so we'll come through 15, and you can just see there on the right hand side of your screens, that is the pit entry, and it's a pretty short pit entry, so it closes out pretty quickly. So here we go, boys forming up. It looks all very gentlemanly there. Cobb running a little bit wide. Obviously those lines have got to be as straight as possible, so no one gains any advantage.
Green light,
and there we go, Klaus has given us the green light, off we go. Looks like Naked Blade. Freddie Wanda has jumped out to the thing, someone's sticking his nose up the inside, and it looks like we are getting through. It looks like reasonably orderly from what I can see. So it doesn't look, Brett Want running a little bit wide. So Naked Blade's going to want to try and stick with Knox if he can in the early stages. Maybe put a bit of pressure on him early so Knox doesn't get it all his own way. Someone awesome compromising his run out. That's opened up the door there for Brett Want to have a bit of a little bow peep down the inside as he does into the braking zone. Nicely done. Keeps it nice and wide. Gives someone just enough racing room. So Brett Want coming up to the back of the Naked Blade. Brett just keeping it nice and tight. But here we go, first run down the back straight. Looks like everybody's away. There might have been an incident with, let's go back and have a look. Car 80, like 85 in the Stozza. So something's happened in the Stozza because he was in 5th, so maybe he got turned round. Gazza's waiting for him, so I would say that there's been a bit of action between Gazza and Nastozza because Gazza's just regressed. Now, if nothing did happen, I do apologise that I've cast aspersions on you there, Gazza, but that's just my guesstimate of it all. So we'll go back up front to the boys. Now, it'll be interesting what Antloyd and Stewie do at this stage. Stu changing into the Alpine of all cars. Who knew? And Antloyd in his Camaro. So, you know, classic Antloyd. And why wouldn't you drive that beast of a vehicle? I mean, has the sound of a goddess. And a beautiful sounding car, maybe the best sounding GT4 car, that's for sure. And maybe the best sounding car out of the game. Just saying. Would it be interesting what is better? So it looks like Knox Parker, 3 minutes in, and he's doing a Max Verstappen on us. He is running away, 2.5 second lead over Brady One in second. Someone awesome looks like to be holding down third in the background there. The Naked Blade in fourth, and Bounty. Bounty, there's going to be a drug test after this, my friend, because let me tell you, you are up in fifth and driving pretty good, you must be. So let's have a look at Bounty back there. Driving pretty well, nice clean lines. He's jumped in the Alpine as well. So the Alpine getting a bit of a fan club this season. Last season there was only one. I think it was Triple X Krakatoa or something was in it last year, so last season. But we've got 3 of them this season. We've only got the one McLaren. That's okay. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Now the tough thing for the Alpine will be on circuits like this, where we've got a bit of straights. Like, I think it'll be the car that obviously excels at obviously the tight twisty stuff and where corner speed is going to be optimal. This circuit, couple of big straights, especially on the back there, so it will get compromised, but you would think that mid-corner speed of this thing would be great. Looks like he's making some inroads into the back of Naked Blade there. Cobb back in 6th there. The Ghost. Nobody saw him coming, but who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Holding down 7th. He's got Mav. Where's Goose Mav? Holding in 8th spot. Oh no, in the background there, Ad just got the carpet snake there. We just saw that in the background. I did not see the beginning of that. But the carpet snake is out in the sand there, in the gravel trap, and he is joined in. A bit of a... There's your father. Stoza nearly... What happened then? We just went off. He's gone back to the pit, so he must have had some damage, taken a fair bit of damage there. But we're currently on board with Ad Too Many in the lone Audi this year, currently holding down 15th. Okay, so something happened weird there, that just flipped around for no reason. Have a look at EXO. This is an exciting battle here. You got TT, who is quite quick, and EXO's given Adge a bit of a nudge there in the rear end. Looks like he was a bit late on the brakes. I mean, looks like he's hanging out wide to redress that. Adge. Is that Adge? No, that's Rocky NZ. Adge is in there somewhere. Down the back there. There's Rocky NZ and Saint Simmer coming through. Looking at EXO. No, it doesn't look like he... EXO must think... No, I've done nothing wrong. Racing incident. We'll leave that one with the stewards. The boys in blue and pink are running as wide as you like. TT will be thankful for a bit of clean air now. Get a bit of speed on. Those maniacs in the back though. Let's jump on board with them. Rocky NZ. Oh, crikey Moses. He is doing his best Tokyo Drift impersonation there. He is turning it on for the turn 16 fans. and he is heaping pressure on the newcomer, Big Mac. He's driving for BHR, sorry about that. Then Rocky NZ, Saint Sim having a bit of a butchers. He's, give each other room, lads. That's nice racing, that is. That is fantastic racing. And looks like Adge is going. Knock knock, who's there? I'm coming to the party, boys. 2's company, but 3's a crowd, so crikey Moses, I don't know what's going to happen down here. Oh, they're all gentlemen. All gentlemen, nothing cannot be said about that. So they have done well. So we'll just jump on with Saint Sim here. Oh no, we'll stay on with Rocky. I don't know, the game has not caught up yet. And it looks like Adge making all sorts of moves. So it looks like Rocky NZ and then Adge and then Saint Sim. Nothing can go wrong here, I swear. Here we go. This is where all the shenanigans have been. As we come down into turn 14, everybody's getting... Oh, those boys are running wide. I don't know about track limits, but I would say that they might have a couple. And there's a bit of a touch by Rocky NZ into the side of Saint Sim. But it's play on, lads. Play on. Saint is gonna have a look. And he's got a bit squirrely, both of them do. Giddy aunt, what is going on? I know there's the front runners, but this is some pretty good action with the back markers right now. I think they're going to settle down, but that is going to go on for a while. Let's have a look. Someone awesome is on the back of Brett Want here, just 0.4 back. So those two, I would say, would be stay together for most of the race. They'll be the Siamese twins. Both very, very similar drivers. Obviously, you've got P&L Royalty and Brett the King Want, and then you've got someone awesome. I guess he's the I don't know. You'd say the court jester or the wannabe prince. I don't know. You decide. Maybe we'll run a poll on it. I don't know, but either way you cut it, they're both very, very similar. Someone looking like he's had a bit of action on the left-hand side of that Aston, and it is actually a nice colour scheme. I do like it. What can I say? It looks like Bounty's put a move on the Naked Blade to take fourth, and he's got his little go-kart wound up today, so that's fantastic news. But I'll tell you what will be an interesting battle is the Naked Blade, and if Colt McCool can get involved, that'll be an interesting little fight. Both of them are very, very clean drivers, so when that gap closes, I think we'll see some very, very interesting driving. Go back to TT now. He would be looking in his mirror and going, I do not want any part of that. You got the Ghost. Looks like ran a little bit wide and has allowed Maverick up the inside there as we go through turns 4 and 5. The Executioner. Run, Ghost, run! Bloody Exo's behind you. And we all know about Exo, and I don't want to talk about Monaco, but Monaco, that's all I'm going to say. And Exo knows. Oh, he's going to have a Bo Peep. He has pulled that thing up as well. My giddy aunt. Well, he didn't do that in Monaco. Let me give you the red hot tip. But that was a nice little move there by Exo. Looking good. Going to get see if he can get a bit of a run on. No, just didn't seem to get the drive out there. But Ghost is going to keep him honest in the background, and certainly Mav is no pushover. So Exo currently in the top 10. He'd be super stoked with that. If you offered that at the beginning of the night, he would have taken it. So some good driving. Whether there's some action from the stewards, but I'll tell you what, the Ghost is going, oh my giddy aunt. out of 15 into 14. Want to get the power run nice and wide. That should be alright. I don't think that'll be problematic. Now here's the conundrum. Is they don't have a bow peep. No, they're not close enough at the moment. So we're just keeping on EXO because we seem to be able to keep the other cars in view. And they're just keeping formation at the moment. Not too much happening there. Not much good gas there. Let's go through the field. The Stoza has got that little Janetta. It's got the bloody rubber band wound up, and he is absolutely smashing that thing. So he's just taken add too many in the Audi. What does that mean we call? Oh, add too many may not have just outbraked himself, and it's not like just having a look down the inside, being a gentleman, being forceful yet gentle as he goes up the inside there of what was it, Ambark? No, it was Rocky NZ. But he's definitely a man on the mission. Obviously, he's channeling his rage. That's alright, doesn't run wide. Won't be any track limits there. But this little... What the heck happened there? That glitched out on my screen, so sorry about that. I don't know what happened then. That was... 1 minute he was behind Rocky, and the next he's in front by about 3 million car lengths. So I do apologise for that. Yeah, that was weird. So we'll go through, have a look at that. Too many still there. Okay, have a look at Colin, just circulating round. Still having a dip, which is super important. And those lines look pretty tidy. Let it run wider, get right out on that rippled strip. Because everything with the Alpine is about corner speed. You want to keep that corner speed up and interesting, so get onto the apexes. This track's everything about accuracy, especially through the technical little parts that we go through, which is, you know, turns 1, 2, 3 is not super technical, 4, 5, 6 is. You know, as we come through here now, like it's all about hitting those apexes, grabbing it up on the, inside there, and getting a good run, but just not drifting too wide. So it's all right, like keeping it going, keeping himself out of trouble. And we've got Agmati. He is circulating there in the green and yellow. Or as Bill Laurie would say, that's not yellow, that's Australian gold, my dear friend. So we'll call it the Australian gold and green car in memory of Bill. Looks like Ghost has got a drive through, so I would say unfortunately for him that will be track limits. Certainly not in this race would you there be any concern. So we'll have a look at Maverick. Looks like Maverick is closing the gap to Cobb McCool. EXO is holding on for a 9th, and I don't know what's happening tonight. First of all, he ditches me by email. Didn't even give me a call. And secondly, he's got to be drug tested, surely. The Exorcist in the top 10. I mean, I don't want to commentate or curse him, but we are 17 minutes in, driving a brilliant race. So, alright, I just jump on with Big Mac. He is there with Nastoza making a move down the inside of obviously the Mac man. Whoa, runs wide. Very wide. Whoa. But let's stay on board with Stozza for a sec, because he's going to get St. Sim, I think. Might not be before the start-finish line, but certainly by the time we get to turns 4 or 5, you would think that he'll, at this rate, and that is an example of corner speed, people. Just look at how he's kept that mid-corner speed going, and look how much room he's cut up. And the same thing will be through here. He'll get to 1, through 2, just getting a bit of movement through 3 here. And 4 and 5 will be where we see this car shine. It should lap it up, and he is closed right up under that. If you want to know what a Ginetta Aston Martin joined together looks like, this is your photo, people, because he is all over the back of that like a fat kid on a cupcake. St. Sim going defensive. Don't blame him into and he's got the run, so he's compromised his run out, but will he go up and under on him? I'm not talking about throwing up in his helmet, but he's kept a tight line. Interesting line by St. Sim. It's like, giddy up mate, you may have taken me once, but you won't take me twice. And you know what? You want that position off me, you've got to earn it. So Nostalgia again, down the straight doesn't help this little car. But it's the corner speed and the late braking that certainly does. Saint running wide, and he's not quite closed the door, left just enough professional room, but he's going to hug the inside here. And Nostozza's all over the back of him going, knock knock. Ring the doorbell, somebody's on the ring bell. We had the access to it, we would see it. Drag race now, down into turn 1. Looks like Nostozza's should be able to hold him off, and he does. So he's got the business done. Now, in theory, we should see that just gap out now, the way Nostozza's going. But that being said, Saint is not going to die wondering. But this is where the little Ginetta gets a good little run through these technical run. Oh, St. Sim, brilliant run out of that turn. Have to be 6 or 7. And he's having a little bo peep on the brakes. Here goes Danny Rick is not the last of the late breakers. That may be me. So we're 20 minutes in now, so we might start seeing, oh no, and Maverick's got to drive through. My giddy aunt. So Maverick's got to drive through. The Ghost Man's had a drive through. Now what do? Do you go, you know what? I'm just going to go into the pits and see how it runs. Now, it looks like we've lost Stu again, and Antloy. So they were in, they're out, they're in, they're out. So Maverick doing his drive-through. We'll see where that puts him. I don't know if he's just coming out of the pits now, so he's going to lose a poop load of places, because these guys have gone right through. So you're going to be, Mav is number 91. He's coming out around 19. Ouch. That is a kick in the croits. But the good news is he's got three new track limits, I guess. That's the upside, if there is any upside. So, alright, let's go through the field, have a look. Gazza still chipping away in 14th. So nice recovery drive. We're there with Big Mac and the Carpet Man. They're going to have a run. Carpet getting wide. Big Mac holding on to the inside line there. That's alright. That's a good thing to do. And this Carpet Snake running wide. Like that, you'd almost have to rebook your Uber. And Big Mac doing nothing wrong there. Just holding his line. Gave him enough room. Comes out. Well, should have the inside line. No! The Snake has done it. He's run wide though. Like, I'd love to see his track limits. He'd have to be close after that series of corners. But Big Mac's not giving up. Oh, and then Gaz is involved. Oh, I'm nervous and I'm not even behind the wheel. Here we go. Gaz are putting a move on. But, as always happens in that, you might be inside of one, but you're never the inside of two. But now Gazza just enough room up the inside of the Mac Man, the Pac Man. Unfortunately, he does the right thing, gives professional racing room. Looks like Gazza's held it. Getting a bit of a move on now, Gazza. The Mac Man, like, just a clean line. Like, he has been a couple of absolute stinking battles. Oh, somebody was glitching there. That was Carpet Snake. I don't know where he's disappeared to. I can't select him, so he's glitching in and out. That's a bit of a worry. No, he's maybe behind Big Mac. He was glitching near Big Mac there. Oh. We expect the Ghost to do that, not the Carpet Snake. Whoa. I think he's back. Yeah, he is. We can select him now. So he's gone Klingon stealth mode. Whoever was around him, they certainly needed the force with them. So Maverick's decided to go do his pit stop. 35 out from home. Not ridiculous. May as well. I mean, he had to do a drive-through. You may as well pit the next lap. Pull the band-aid off, get it done. And now it's just a run from home to see where he falls. So that'll be all interesting. And the human highlight reel, we'll go back to the leaders. We haven't seen them for a while. So just back on board with Knox. I actually don't mind this paint scheme. It's a bit wild. It's a bit quirky. It's got black, it's got bright green, a little splash of purple. You can't go wrong. Knox driving some nice lines there. Obviously, a bit wide there, Noxie. My professional opinion, keep it a little bit tighter, widen your entry into that, cut a bit more of the apex and you'll be right, son. Improve your lap time. Tips from the Bear, who knows nothing really. Coming out of turn 3 here, so I'll just leave you with that for 2 seconds while I go get a drink. So we'll stay on board with Knox, so just bear with me. no. I'll go for 2 minutes. And Brett Want getting a drive through. Again, that would be, I would say, track limits here. So it's going to be a bit of a shame for Brett Want, but that being said, more than capable to recover that. That has then put Bounty up into third. There will be a steward's inquiry, has to be. He has gone across the Alpine and he's literally got that little go-kart wound up. He is on a fantastic drive at the moment. Now he does obviously all our results, for those that don't know, by the podium. Now, one thing that I do think, so if you haven't been there, when he posts all the results from tonight's race, go across to the podium and have a look. Really good website, heaps of information there. And as you know, well, or you may not know, we're very, very fortunate enough to have a sponsor for Season 2 for the Sunday Night League, and I apologise for not mentioning it earlier, but I do have a page made up that we will, I will get put out onto our stream before it starts each week, and we are sponsored by Pagnian Next Level Racing. So
halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Their website is pagnianimports.com.au. Now, on their website, go support them. They've support us. They've put up, I suppose, a driving seat. I know there's a technical term for it, but it's valued over $1,000, which will Stu's doing some draw, and there'll be more mentioned in the chat in and around that. But it's lovely of them to support and sponsor this season. They've been a long time supporter of Ruse, so I've been told. So if you are looking for any sim gear, I've gone on there and I've had a look through their website, and they do all the brands. So well worth the look. I believe at the moment they have free shipping for orders over $4.99. Terms and conditions obviously apply, but you know, you go onto their website to have a look. And if you need to have a chat about anything, they have sim experts ready to assist, and their number is 1300 262 574. So get into it, go have a look at the website, just have a cruise round. These are the guys that support us and have been very, very generous in donating a prize for this series in Season 2. And I believe that's go for everybody who's raising it. I don't know. See the chats. Stu's got it covered. I won't make stuff up. Not like I usually do. Oh no, Big Mac's got a drive-through. That is unfortunate because he was having a cracking race. Now, Nastoza is a man possessed at the moment. He's got a nitrous kit in there for sure, or is running a Honda engine, because he was dead set last, or close to, and he is up to 7th. So he has a little Janetta absolutely banging at the moment. I think rage is fueling that car because it is absolutely flying. Naked Blade, one of the first of the top runners to go in and do his pit stop. I mean, you could say Brett Want, but he has had a drive through as well. So it'll be interesting to see how close he is to Naked Blade. Exos, so we've had a lot of the back mark. Oh, well, not back markers, that's harsh. My fellow brethren of the back because that's where I spend my time. They're like familiar. So Gaz has done his stop, Freddie Want's done his. Be interesting to see what he can do. I don't know. I think it's XA's wife driving tonight. I mean, that's all I've come up with, people, because fair dinkum, it can't be XA, can it? I mean, maybe we need to have video footage of XO actually driving. But I'm saying it now. I heard a rumour. It's his wife that's jumped on and is racing in his place. All right, Nastoza into the pits. So this will be interesting to see where he comes out in the whole mix of things, because he did have that thing humdinger. So he will be doing tyres here. So yeah, Adge has gone through and done his pit stop. Now he is all over the back of Gazza here. He is dead set keeping him honest. Okay, it looks like we're coming through 9 and 10 here. Adge trying hard to get a run on. They got fresh tyres at the moment, so now's not a bad time to have a bit of a butcher's look at him. Go, hey, you know what? So he's piling on all sorts of pressure. So Bounty's doing his pit stop, TT's doing his stop. Cobb McCool's doing his stop, the Stoz is doing his stop, so it'll be interesting once he stops. So we've only got the two boys up front. Oh no, Knox is into the pits now, so he's doing his stop. He's going to try and cover everybody off, and I would say someone awesome is just going to stay out there and just try and bang out some laps and to try and put a bit of pressure on Knox and put the mockers on him. He's not going to do nothing doing that as he comes through onto the first little mini straight. So someone awesome will be the only person that hasn't done a stop outside the commentator, but I've technically done my pit stop as well about 10 minutes ago. Oh no, stop go for Agmatic. That is unlucky. He would be filthy. That must have been speeding in pit lane, I would imagine. Top McCool still stuck in the pits. Something has gone wrong there, I would say, because Cobb should have been out long ago. And certainly didn't look like his car had any level of damage, that's for sure. Interesting that. So this round of pit stops has spread the field out a little bit. There's Knox, I think that's not TT. And it maybe be okay, Ghostbusters. The Ghost, so back in 17. So he's got a fair bit of a gap, it would look like. Because TT is just coming round now. Looks like maybe the back straight. Yeah, coming down the back straight. Right, just bear with me. And Bounty is putting a move on the blade. So we'll just jump in on this. So I don't know what he's got going on in that little Alpine. I think it's a little nitrous kit. I did notice the one from the Honda was missing. It's either that or he's watched Fast and Furious before he raced tonight. I don't know what's happened. I'm not seeing Bounty race this well for a little while. No disrespect, Bounty. But, you know, let's be honest. You know, you're absolutely killing it tonight. He's putting all sorts of pressure on the blade. Now, definitely you would think down the straights the Merc should have this covered. And the Merc, FYI, owns three of the top 5 spots with an Alpine and an Aston. And here's Bounty having a look. Oh no, they've touched. No. I'd like to see a replay of that again. That, I don't know if that was on. There we go, there's a redress. Well done, Bounty, that's great driving. I don't know, it was a 50-50 for me, but I'm not a steward, but Bounty's just gone, you know what, no. It's in the corridor down, I'm redressing, and that's fantastic there. Because it's always easy to drive off on those and go, give yourself to the lap of the stewards, but I think that's what it's all about really. Like, it's, at the end of the day, it's a Giddy-O game. Oh my giddy aunt. It's a video game. So well done, well redressed. Hopefully neither of you have too much damage. And we can see, Brady Want, running wide. Hopefully that's not due to damage. Brady Want starting to lurk in the background. He'll come into the frame. Oh, it looked way closer. I don't know what the P&L King's doing, making me look bad like that. Looks like someone's pitted now. Knox is taken his rightful spot at number 1, and he is put on an absolute masterclass tonight. Some fantastic driving. Okay, just got a message off Cobb going, and he's got to put fuel in the car. Easy to do, I guess. That would do it. And that would explain why we have the long break in the pits. Hopefully getting back out there, circulate round, finish off his night, because he was having a great night. Firmly planted in the top 10, having some good battles. Exodus is back down in 17th. I am surprised with that. I didn't think something must have happened there, because EXO was on Paul Gates' side, having a fantastic night tonight, driving really well. Interestingly, he's back in 17. We'll just have a bit of a look while there's a bit of a gap, but this one close up. Bounty closing up again. That little, I don't know, little shoe car is definitely a menace under brakes. But EXO, no, the car looks clean, so maybe EXO's just maybe spun, maybe? I don't know, but back in 17. Yeah, I think I was hoping more for the big fella. Promising night. So Nastoza there, just going through the back markers there. I don't think he got the car fixed. He might have. We'll wait to see if his front nose is scratched up, and it is not. So during his pit stop, he's got repairs done to the car, got it buffed out, used a little bit of turtle wax as he's coming through this complex. So he's looking good at the moment. This, to me at the moment, has been a fantastic bloody drive by Nastoza. No, definitely got all the repairs fixed on that. Looking brand spanking new, so he's slowly closing that gap to Ad. I think give it another 2 or 3 laps, and he'll be onto the back of Adge there. Gazza coming through as well. He's in 7. Bounty now, we'll go back to this battle. Bounty now all over the back of the blade again. Now let's go round 2. So this will be interesting here. He does have a braking advantage in this car. Like, that's obviously clear. And he's not going to have a Bo Peep this time, which, you know, I think it's not a bad thing. But as we get the run, what sort of run does he get? And he does do a fantastic line through there. You've got to get a lot of curve on the left, and he's certainly not losing a lot down that short straight, which is good. But the key will be here through this next complex of corners, is all about your cornering technique and your application of throttle so you don't push it wide. And he's done a tight line, and he's got the go-kart wound up. Now, is he going to be quick enough to hold it? He's got his nose in front. Now, you would think that the move is done, but they don't call him the Naked Blade for nothing. Former Ninja, come and joined our league. So, he's got reflexes of a cat, the Naked Blade. So, watch out, this is his debut race, and fair dinkum, if he keeps this momentum up. Oh, that's fun for Colin. Colin's still out churning laps. We've been on him, has been doing some pretty impressive lines. Nice and clean, so that's a bit unlucky. Agman has still got his drive-through to serve. We'll need to be doing that soon. But Bounty's got the move done on the blade there now, so it'll be interesting. He'll just pull away, so focus for Bounty now will be TT further up the road, so we'll keep an eye on that 6.4 second margin. Alright, so let's go through and have a little bit of a look. Mav. Alright, Mav. You're the best of the best. He's closing up on Ambark in the McLaren. The lone McLaren this season, unless anybody else decides to fly the flag. Oh. Maverick sitting that thing sideways. Sorry, I've just taken a little sip there to keep the old vocal cords going. Definitely not a seasoned pro. Now we're coming into 9 and 10 here. Great awareness there by Antbark. Was going to close the door, and at the last second he's obviously got his radar or he's checked his mirror, and he's gone no, too close, and has avoided certain contact without a shadow of a doubt. Oh. That exit at 13 coming down to 14, which is the slowest corner on the track, has caught a lot of people out tonight. Like, Maverick certainly putting on all sorts of hurt now. And this will be interesting what he's tactically going to do. Is he going to throw it up the inside of 1, but then he won't have the inside running for 2? Or is he just going to go, no siree, I'm just going to sit back and watch right now, wait till I get out of 2, I'll go to 3. Now here at this complex, he's run way wide. Oh, and he's tucked right up under the back. I don't think there's tough on the advantage, but his lines are considerably better through there. So let's see what he can do as we come into turn 8. Amber just not quite defending. But, yeah, not doing anything outlandish, but Mav still staying in there behind. Tucking in as we go through 9 and 10. Now, this corner doesn't even... This turn 11, like the Cavoni. But is it really worthy of the Cavoni? I don't think so. And in the background, this is how fast lightning is, people. We can see the likes of Knox Parker in the background. Well, you may want to slow down a bit, Knox, because you're not going to want to be any part of this battle that we have cranking here at the moment. Because between Mav and Amber, it's a little bit of a crowd pleaser. Compromised run by Amber now, giving Mav the little glimpse of hope he needs, and he's far enough up line, he's late on the hangers, and there's going to have been contact there, and there's contact a second time. Oh my giddy arm, the boys have got the elbows out, both have stayed on track though, maintained position, and he's going to try and stop the big girl, but she's not having any part of it. Ambark's run wide, that's opened the door, and he has gone boom shakalaka. I'm gonna go. So he is out of here. So Mav finally got the move done on Ambark, and we'll just see if there's a reply into the big braking zone at turn 8, and there isn't. So you would think now that we've got only 9 and 10 to go here. So we're not going to think that he's going to get a run down here, because you think the big Camaro is going to let loose down the back straight. They are coming up to St. Sim, who is currently holding down 10th place. Stellar drive by St. Sim there. Yeah, so as I choke on oxygen. Alright, let me go back to other cars in the field. Let's do, as we come into the last 10 minutes, we'll do a run through the field and see how we go. So we got Knox Parker. Oh, Peter Perfect. Just absolutely killing it. And I don't mind the paint. Like I said, I think the paint job looks pretty good. He's tried, so killing it, pumping out some fantastic laps. Someone awesome currently holding down second spot. Consistent drive. And what we do have though is we do, when we go down to EXO, is coming up to Big Mac. Battle of the Estonia, Battle of the Astons, to see if EXO can get it done. As he comes out of 2, we're going to hook into 3 here, let it run a little wide. Then coming, oh, he's having a look, he's gone, oh, he certainly would have given him kittens, that's for sure. In 2 different lines, this will be key. EXO, I think, with the better run out of that corner, because he's taken a lot of curves. So, should get a pretty good run. He's got that thing under brakes. Amazing. Looks like Big Mac's got a bit, giving himself drawn out a little half-second lead. So we'll just keep an eye on it, see if it changes. If it shortens up again, we'll go back to this little soiree. So someone awesome just closing up. Had too many is most probably had too many on that little excursion. Oh, EXO very wide. Someone giving him plenty of room. So if EXO's smart here, he'll just latch onto the back of someone and then use that as the Trojan horse to get past Big Mac. That's what I would be doing. The blue flags are out, so Big Mac knows that he's going to have to yield generally within 4 turns, or as practical. So it'd be interesting to see that one work out. But yeah, we got up to TT. Imagine if he actually started at the front of the grid, that would be different. But he started 4 years back, got himself up to 3rd. So that is fantastic driving there by TT. Model of consistency. Bounty and the Blade still at it. They're like 2 naughty kids. Just cranking it out. Brett Want doing his best Robinson Crusoe impersonation. P&L's Loyalty back in 6th. Whoops. Gaza in a solid 11. Stoza again, fantastic drive. Looking good. We've got Adge there. Whoops, we've just lost somebody. Unfortunate. We've lost a couple of people, that's very unfortunate. That's a bit sad, like we've only got 5 minutes to go. Hopefully they're due to equipment and not anything else. So I got the Ghost. Desperately unlucky night for the Ghost. Like, he has absolutely killed it up until this point. And tonight you can safely say he's had the number 47 sweet and sour tonight, because he was looking the goods and he was all sweet, and then his night went to buggery and it's soured up a bit. So yeah, unlucky evening for him. Old Rocky driving round, steady race, Big Mac, got Exo company there in the background. Add too many, the only Audi. So we've got Agmatic, and then Colin, and then Cobb. Unfortunate. Down to the final 4 minutes. So maybe this one here will be close. So we'll just stick with this battle for 2 seconds. Slowly closing up. It does have the race leader closing up on him, so it'll be interesting to see the impact of this on their little battle, or is Knox just going to sit back and just let the boys go? I don't know. It's always a tough one, this one. You're leading by so much, you come across back markers that are in battle. Do you just leave it and go let them battle? Because you've got, like, I don't even know what Knox's lead is, but it's a lot. That's all I know. There you go, 30 seconds. So you'd almost sit back and let these guys knuckle out, but St. Sim's already just run wide, so that's played into Embark's hand there, unfortunately. Commentator's curse. Exo and Big Mac still at it. Still cranking it around. They look like they're twinsies. Romping around in a similar scheme. Now Exo's going to have a run. Seem to get the power down well out of turn 10 there. So could have a run. Don't have a look there. At this next one you can though. Breaking into 14, have a big look. Oh, he does, he hangs out wide. Oh, no, no, no. Amber that's got to drive through. That is cruel. Absolutely cruel. With 1:37 left on the clock. That is cruel for that man. So whether that's a result of getting out of the way for the leader, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. But we're down 120, so we'll jump on board Knox as he goes through to complete his lap. It'll be close here. We most probably got one more lap. I don't know. It'll be get your photos out, ladies and gents. I think it'll be a pretty close run thing. I think Knox will make it by literally a couple of seconds. But we'll see what happens. But super crisp, look at that. Like it's absolutely great line. So looks like this will be the last lap. So we'll just observe the lines of the great master tonight.
Leaders on final lap now.
The MISANO tamer. You know, that's what he'll be known as moving forward. Every time he phrases the MISANO tamer. But definitely the training definitely pays off with different styles. So it's yeah, you know, that's what it does. Good crisp lines like that. Devastation for Ambar having to do his drive through. That'll drop him well down, I would say, which is unfortunate because certainly doesn't deserve it. So that's actually coming out in 11th or thereabouts. So that can never be too bad. So down the back straight for the last time. We're on board with Knox. Having a look, there are no other battles that I can see that are super close at the moment. So just on board with Knox as he comes down into, here we go, into 14. Slowest corner on the circuit. And we've got 2 corners to go. Through 15. Get ready for it. Through 15. And congratulations, sir. Round 1
finished the race
of season 2 of GT4 Racing. Knox Parker. Well done, as dominated that. So we've got someone awesome coming round now. He'll close out the lap for us. Beautifully done. Well driven second place. There's TT, an amazing race for third place. Whoops. And Bounty. And with his little mate in tow, the Naked Blade, would have kept him honest all game. So wonderful driving from those blokes. P&L Royalty in 7th. We got Gazza coming round a couple of turns from home. He has Nastoza breathing down his neck. So, you know, through turn 16, same with Stoza, and they're just about to get the finishing flag. And that is 7th place. Nastoza, fantastic drive for 8. Adge, the man, the myth, the legend, in 9th, and St. Sim wrapping up our top 10. So Ghost desperately unlucky with penalties, the same with Ampar. Then Rocky NZ came, then BHR Big Mac, followed by Exorcist, Add Too Many, Agmac T, Colin, Mav, who looked like he's still got an existing drive-through, and Cobb McCool, rounding out the top 20. So it just looks like, unfortunately, our disconnects and or internet issue people of Carpet Snake, Ant, Lloyd and Stewart, they are in the bottom 3 places at this stage. So we'll go from there. But thank you all for listening to my gibberish tonight. I appreciate it. Keep an eye out on the chats to see what we are going to do, whether it's a in-house tournament or you fly up with stuff, who knows. What am I talking about? I've lost the plot. Sounds like a plane in the background. I don't know. Who knows? I've got nothing. Just gibberish. So yeah, keep an eye on the chat, whether we're racing next week or not due to Mother's Day. And then round 2 will be off in my personal favourite, which is Laguna Seca. So thanks for joining. Hopefully we'll have some new graphics up next time out. I think I've sold the Echo. So thank you one and all.
Green light, show them what you got.